Hey, listen up.
My name is Jesus. We chose our conflict to be the Vietnam War. This is my name.
Can't hear you, Jesus.
My name is Jesus. We chose our conflict to be the Vietnam War. This is Michael. This is Jordan.
Wait, y'all doing the Vietnam War?
Nice and loud, gentlemen.
What you should know. Some facts you should know about the Vietnam War are: it is known as the Second Indochina War. It is known in Vietnam as the Resistance War on America. And the turning point was a Tet Offensive, and it ended with the fall of Saigon.
Start and date.
Excuse me. You're in front of the start date. Thank you.
Start date November.
Nice and loud, please.
You don't talk.
End date April 30th, 1975. No event in American history is more
Misunderstood.
misunderstood than the Vietnam War. It was misquoted then, and it is misremembered now.
Important dates. Some important dates in Vietnam are the Geneva Records, 1954. French agreed to withdraw troops from North Vietnam. The Kennedy election, 1960, changed political power in the U.S. Assassinations of Kennedy, 1963. Assassination of country leaders. Gulf of Tonkin accident, 1964. Tet Offensive, 1968.
The role of Americans. The role of the United States in the Vietnam War began after World War II and escalated into full commitment during the Vietnam War from 1955 to 1973. The U.S. involvement in South Vietnam stemmed from 20 long years of political and economic action.
Causes. North Vietnam wanted to unite and state over Vietnam. Communism is threatening to spread across Southeast Asia. This was scary for the USA because over 2.7 million troops were developed to Vietnam during the war. 25% of the troops deployed to Vietnam were drafted. This means that 648,000 American boys 8 through 25 years old were sent to Vietnam to fight for their country.
Historical context.
Nice and loud, please.
Historical context. The Vietnam War started on December 1956, which was fought by North Vietnam being supported by the Soviet Union, China, and other communist countries, and South Vietnam being supported by the United States and other anti-communist countries.
Combatants. Some of the combatants in the Vietnam War were the United States of America, Viet Cong, South Vietnam, China, Japan, Soviet Union, Cambodia, and more. And the quote, this was important because the countries needed allies so they could stand a chance during the war.
A fake. Lasting effects
You have to speak up.
of Vietnam War. A sense of bonding and friendship between soldiers on sides of the conflict. The abolition and the became legal.
Word quotes. No event in America's history is more misunderstood than the Vietnam War. It was misreported then and it is misremembered now, Richard Nixon. I do not believe that the men that served in uniform in Vietnam were given the credit they deserved. It was a difficult war against unorthodox enemy, William Westmoreland.
War leaders. In America, there were William Westmoreland and Frederick C. Wayne, and they were Army generals. And in North Vietnam, there was I'm not even gonna try that. He was the military leader. There was, still not gonna try that, Huan, who was a lieutenant, Van Tien Dung, and Le Duc. So they're all lieutenants.
Political leaders, America. Lyndon B. Johnson, John F. Kennedy, Dwight D.
Eisenhower.
Robert McNamara, Henry Raj Jr., Hubert Murphy, Humphrey, North Vietnam,
Ho Chi Minh.
Ngo Dinh,
Ho Chi Minh was the leader of North Vietnam during the Vietnam War. One of his role models was Vladimir Lenin. Name means bringer of the light.
Still not gonna try it. Leader of the North Vietnamese Army, considered one of the greatest leaders in the 20th century, and was thought to be the reason North Vietnam was victorious.
Battle of AP battles of Eng Tong, battles of Viet Trang, battles of the offensive Operation Linebacker 1, Operation Linebacker 2.
Impact on economics in the U.S. Economists largely agree that NATF has provided benefits to North American economies. Regional trade increased sharply. PDF over the treaty's first 2 decades from roughly $290 billion in 1993 and more than $1.1 trillion in 2016. The bombs in Vietnam exploded at home. They destroyed the hopes and possibilities of a decent American environment.
And our local story is about my grandfather, Michael Brown Sr. He was born June 6, 1945, and he died October 16, 2003. So tomorrow's like the anniversary of his death. And this was kind of like, I interviewed my dad about it, and it was kind of like tough for him because it's a sensitive topic, especially around this time of year.
Alright, can you please say your name? Alright, and I am interviewing you about your father, Michael J. Brown Sr., and his role in the Vietnam War. And can you tell me basically a brief summary of your dad? like his personality, his home life?
He was a hard-working man. He was born in Chicago, and he went to service. They sent him to Germany. And then the war started, he ended up going to Vietnam. And then he came home from service, and he was a police officer in the city of Wellston. Before he became the chief of police for the city of Velda City. And then he was the chief of police at Velda City and also worked at General Motors. But see, being a cop back in the 80s didn't really pay nothing. So when General Motors offered to move, and plus Velda City real small. So when Velda City, when General Motors moved to Fort Wayne, we all moved here to Indiana. And my dad was
And can you tell us one thing that he told you about the war that kind of sticks with you?
He told me a story of one day they were sitting on guard, on post, on guard duty, and you could see a tiger looking through the jungle. Through the bushes to the trees, checking them out.
Do you know how long your father was deployed?
No. I know he was there and he received the honorable discharge after he got shot.
So he was shot in the war,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got shot here?
So he got shot in St. Louis. When he worked for the city of Boston, he was on his lunch break. So he got stopped at a restaurant. And he walked in on robbery. As soon as he walked in the door, the dude shot him.
So he really never stopped his service? So what was his rank in the military?
I do believe he was a staff sergeant. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Alright, and how did that impact you? Well, your father being in the military, how did it impact you?
I don't know. He was very disciplined, highly intelligent. He was awesome, man. He wouldn't hesitate to build something with his hands. You know, kind of fearless. Take no stuff off nobody. He was a man's man. Didn't mind sitting with his kids, used to go camping, fishing, all that good stuff. He was a good dude. People person.
And our final thing is, if you could tell the kids at my school one thing your father told you that would help you out through life, what would it be?
You can lie to everybody, but don't ever start lying to yourself.
Alright, that is the interview of Michael Gerald Brown Jr., the son of Michael Gerald Brown Sr.
Alright, and after the interview, I called my grandmother because he told me to ask my grandmother. I found out that not only was he just a staff sergeant in the military, but he was also a military police officer or an MP in the Vietnam War. Thank you.
Very good. Lots of
Why do you
questions.
guys have so many extra slides
Cause he
What was the
thought-
question again?
and not like focus on the main things?
What was the question?
She asked why we
Why-
had so many extra slides.
And not focus on the main things.
There was a question over here too.
Yeah,
What was Operation Linebacker?
I don't know exactly. But it was like something between America and South Vietnam where they were like, that was their resistance, they were trying to fight back. And I don't know why they named it that, but
Well, you gotta also remember too that a lot of these people were, young. You know, most of the people that went to Vietnam were young individuals right out of high school. Question?
What was Tet Offensive?
it was a turning point. It's when North Vietnam it started with the Ho Chi Minh Trail, and he gave this big speech and it made all these North Vietnamese men enlist, and they took this long march. I don't know, to some place. I forgot the name of it, but that's where they fought. And when they won, when North Vietnam won, they named it the Tet Offensive.
Any more questions? Does anyone else here have any questions for them?
I like how you did the video, like the interview.
Thanks.
Any more questions? Okay, good job. Give him a hand.